This video is based on the technical analysis of NASDAQ100, which we also refer to as both US Tech as well as Wall Street 100. And what we'll do is analyze this particular index from the monthly chart and all the way to the H4 chart. And without wasting any further time, guys, let's get straight into the actual technical analysis. And as I said, we are on the monthly chart. And just to recap, the last time we spoke about this particular index, we had mentioned that because the market had given us this double bottom over here, we expected it to head up all the way to that line or to that point, which is in line with this point, which is exactly where it had started. Right now we can see that this move has played itself out and price reached the previous all-time high, which is here, which is actually the 2021 all-time high. And what we may possibly see happen at this point in time is price possibly giving us a double top where the market would move further down to around this level over here. Right, why do I say that level? Number one, that is because the double top started here, right? Price went up, came down, went up again to give us a double top, and then if it does happen, it would move further down to close more or less in line with where it had started. And number two, we have actually this candlestick over here, and what it is, as you guys can see, is a bearish candlestick with a small body and quite a long lower wick. And by now you guys know that this means that we have a lot of money stuck here, we have a lot of liquidity stuck here. And as I always say, liquidity is money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. However, having said all that, it may take quite some years for the market to actually move further down to around that level, as it did from this level and all the way to that level. Right, it started in 2020 and we're now in 2024, as you guys can see. So what else do we see, guys, in regards to the monthly chart? On the monthly chart, we can also see that at this point over here we have a very strong level of support. And as much as I'm saying that we may potentially see the market actually move further down to around that level, it is quite possible that we may only see the market push further down to around this level, which is where we have that very strong level of support. And at that level, we may then see the market continue to move further up. So what I'm doing at this point in time, guys, as I always do, is just speculating and just showing you some of the outcomes that we may experience as far as NASDAQ100 is concerned. Right, anyway, from here what I'm going to do is head down to the weekly chart and let's see what's happening down there. Right, and here we are on the weekly chart. And just to recap, guys, remember on the daily chart, or rather on the monthly chart, I said that the market may actually only move that down to around this level, and at this level is where we may potentially see the market move further up. Another reason that motivates for why we may see this particular move is that the market had also given us what is an overextended W structure here, right? More or less, if I can just actually draw it properly, or draw it in this manner, and it has a neckline more or less at that point. And as I always say, guys, whenever we have these, we want to see the market actually closing above the neckline, and then in future come back to the neckline to test it. And at that point is where we generally look for those potential buy opportunities, right? Especially if, as I always say, the level aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the Fibonacci retracement tool. So we may potentially see price come back to this level, and at that point is where we may see price actually move further up. In fact, let me just actually utilize the Fibonacci retracement tool just to see if that neckline aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the tool. And here we go, more or less. And we can see, guys, that the neckline, which is over here more or less, of this overextended W structure, we could say aligns with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level, which adds as confluence in as far as looking for potential buy opportunities at this point in time goes. Right, so as I said, the market may come to this level, and at this level we may see the market actually move further up. Right, what else do we see, guys, in regards to the weekly chart? On the weekly chart, in fact, let me just actually zoom out a bit. I forgot to mention something on the monthly chart. Remember, on the monthly chart I spoke about how the market may actually give us this pattern and move further down. Another thing that I also wanted to mention is that because the market had given us a W structure over here, we have a lot of stop losses stuck here. Right, we have a lot of money stuck here in the form of stop losses, And that is because, guys, I always say, whenever we have W structures, what normally happens is that a lot of traders and investors actually buy on the second leg of that structure and they place their stop losses below, right? So there's plenty of scope for the market from this level to move further down. Number one, to this level to trigger all of those liquidity points, right, which is money, and then again to move further down to complete this M structure, as well as to again trigger the liquidity stack here, because at this point we have that candlestick that's carrying, that bearish candlestick rather, that's carrying a lot of liquidity at the bottom, right? Anyway, let's head back to this point over here, where we said that we may potentially see the market move to this level, and because we have a very strong level of support over here, and it's also the neckline of this overextended W structure, and the very same level aligns with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level, we may at this point see the market actually move further up, right? Anyway, from here what I'm going to do is head down to the daily chart. Let's have a look. Here we are, here we are, here we are. And just to recap, guys, remember on the monthly chart we spoke about how the market has given us almost the second leg of that double top, and I said that we may see price push further down to close in line with more or less where this double top had started. And then on the weekly chart we spoke about how the market had given us overextended W structure, which has a neckline at that point, and that the market may possibly come to this level, which is a very strong level of support, and also aligns with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level. And again, we said at this point we may see the market move further up, right? Anyway, here we are on the daily chart. On the daily chart, I'm just going to start off by actually adding my daily channel. So just bear with me, guys, while I do so. Let's have a look. How would I add my daily channel? I would do it in this manner, more or less. Just bear with me, guys. There goes more or less our daily channel. I would add it in this manner. And just remember, guys, that we need to ensure, especially you newbies, we need to ensure that whatever drawings that we do indeed add to our charts are as close to perfection as possible, right? More or less we could say that this is our channel, right? And our channel actually gives us confluence, because remember, guys, we said we have that W structure over here which has a neckline at that point, and that we said price close sufficiently above the neckline, and that we may potentially see the market move further down to this level, and at this level is where we may look for potential buy opportunities, right? So this channel over here that I've just drawn has given us another reason for why we may see price move further down. That is because, as you guys can see, the market has closed or broken this channel, right? Which means that chances are we are going to see the market move further down to this level, right? However, having said that, just bear in mind that we also have at this point a very strong level of support again, and as much as I'm saying that we may see price move to this level and then move further up, it is also quite possible that the market may only move further down to around this level, and at this level we may see the market move further up, right? Another thing that I also want to bring to your attention in regards to the daily chart, if I can just zoom in, is that we have actually an overextended M structure over here, right? And as I always say, guys, it is an overextended M structure or double top because the first leg is much lower than the second leg, and it also has a neckline at that point, right? So guys, we have confluence, guys, and chances are we're gonna see price move that down to this level, right? Let me just count all the reasons why I say so, right? Number one, right, we have price breaking this trend line to the bottom side. Number two, we have price giving us an M structure and breaking the neckline of that M structure to the bottom side, right? What else do we have? Let's have a look. Yeah, and we may potentially see, because we have this double top, price actually heading up to the neckline to test it, and if it does test it successfully, we may again see the market move further down, right? So at this point in time, should price from where it is hit back to the neckline, which is over here, of this overextended double top, right? The neckline, remember again, is also a very strong level of resistance. If this area aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the Fibonacci retracement tool, I would then sell at this point, and my take profit would be around this level over here, right? Keeping in mind also that we have another strong level of support here, and it's also possible that price may bounce off of this area and then move further up. Let's just actually utilize the Fibonacci retracement tool, and let's see if the neckline of that double top aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the tool, right? Just bear with me, guys. Let's have a look. There goes Fibonacci, and we can see that the neckline, which is over here of this overextended double top, aligns with, we could say, the 50% as well as the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement levels. And as I said, should price revert to this level, at that level is where I would look for potential sell opportunities, and my first take profit should be around this level over here, which is a very strong level of support, and my second take profit should be this level over here, which is also a very strong level of support, as well as the neckline of that W structure that we spoke about on the weekly chart. And then at this point is where I would look for potential buy opportunities, right? I would look for potential buy opportunities. Let me just delete this. So what else do we see, guys, in regards to the daily chart? At this point I don't see much really. Let's head down to the H4 chart, and here we are on the H4 chart. And just to recap, guys, remember on the daily chart we said we have this double top which has a neckline at that point. Price has closed below the neckline and has closed below this trend line, which adds as confluence as chances are we're going to see the market actually move that down to at least this level first. If I can just mark it, at least this level first, and then this level second, which is the, remember, neckline of that W structure. And I also said that at this point where the neckline of this W structure is where we may potentially look for buy opportunities, right? But in as far as the H4 chart goes, at this point I don't see anything interesting. I don't see any buy or sell opportunities for that matter. And yeah, that is it in as far as my analysis goes. Let's go back to the weekly chart, right? Just bear with me. Here we are on the weekly chart. Let's just zoom out, right? Remember, guys, on the bigger time frames I spoke about how the market has given us what seems to be a double top over here forming, and we may potentially see price move that down to this level to grab all of those stop losses which represent money, and then again move that down to grab the liquidity associated with that one candlestick over here, which is a bearish candlestick with a long wick at the bottom. To add to that, the price may push further down to around this level to complete this structure, which is a double top or an M formation, right? But as I said, in as far as on the H4 buy or sell opportunities go, at this point I don't see any actual opportunities, but I would love to see, as I said, the market move back to this level, which is the neckline, right, of this double top, and at that point is where I would look for further sell opportunities.